Action. All right, so we're back. Last week of the Open, 18.5. We've got a repeat. Well, the third time we've done this workout. This is 11.6 or 12.5, 7-minute ascending ladder of thrusters and chest-to-bar pull-ups. One special note for the gentlemen is the RX weight is 100 pounds, not 95, so don't forget to add those 2.5s to your bar. Reps start at 3 and go up by 3s the entire time until the 7-minute clock is up. Warm-up is going to be pretty similar to the last 4 weeks, what we recommended you guys to do. But what I want you to think about is taking a little bit more time than normal. Remember, the shorter the workout, the longer that you want to spend warming up. Especially for this, it's going to be very high intensity for the vast majority of you guys, even if you are scaling it, probably even more so for those folks. So we're going to say about 20 to 30 minutes worth of cyclical work. So this could be, easy jogging, rowing, biking, ski erg, assault bike, things like that. But just try to alternate through a couple of different movement patterns and accumulate 20 to 30 minutes of work just for the general warm-up. Dynamic warm-up, we're still saying take the major joints through full ranges of motion. Really focus on shoulders and your hips and knees. And we're also going to have you toss in there a little bit of handstand hold work. So just pop up against a wall, get a fairly narrow hand position. So think wrists stacked right over top of the shoulder. You're going to hold for 30 seconds. Do that 3 times throughout the course of this. And then also an active hang on the bar. So hang up there, think about scapular elevation and depression. So hang active shoulders, but we're only going to have you hang for 15 seconds each time on that one. So we're just trying to really get the shoulders nice and warm and ready to support you for the thruster and the dynamic piece of the pull-up later. For the specific warm-up, we want to warm up the actual movements you're going to be doing. So think about small sets of thrusters and pull-ups. It could be 7 and 7, it could be 9 and 9, it could be 5 and 5. But you do want to get a couple of rounds of this in. One, just to get familiar with the movements and how it's going to feel when you go back and forth. A second one would be just to practice your transitions, make sure that your bars are set up the way that you want them. What I want you to think about here is ascending in difficulty as you go up in each set. So maybe the first round you have an empty bar and you're just doing ring rows. Second set you might do a little bit more weight on the bar and now you do some strict pull-ups. By the third round you want to be maybe moving up to that RX weight that you're going to use in the workout and then the actual style of pull-up. If you feel like 3 rounds of that isn't quite enough for you, then maybe you extend it out. But you don't want to overdo the number of reps you're doing here. So just be mindful of that. Just some general thoughts and tips here is by the time you make it through the round of 15, you will have done Fran. So if you've got a 6-minute Fran, think about that whenever you start this workout, is that you're really going to be pushing the envelope to finish the round of 15 and then get as far as you can into the round of 18. If you have a 2-minute Fran, I wouldn't treat this with the same level of intensity that you do Fran, but just be prepared that you are going to be working deep into, probably the 21, 24 range like we saw from the ladies last night. Strategy piece consideration would be singles on your chest-to-bar pull-ups. You can definitely make good time, but it's got to be I kip, pull my chest up to the bar, release, reach right back up for the next one. So don't sit there and look at the bar if you're doing singles. You need to have quick transition there. Recommend to break your sets early and control your rest. So this is true for the pull-ups and for the thrusters. So think about, maybe in the round of 12 you go 7 and 5 or 5, 4, 3, but it's got to be I drop the bar, take a deep breath or 2, and then I'm right back on it. Don't drop it and then think I'm going to pick it back up when I catch my breath, because that'll be when the time is over. All right, this is not a workout where you're waiting to catch your breath here. And then last piece for the warm-up, take it back to this 3-round part here, or however many rounds and reps you're going to do on that. You want to get your heart rate elevated really close to what it's going to be like in this workout 1 to 2 times. So it might be I go through a difficult piece, I let the heart rate recover just a little bit, I push the intensity again, I let it come back down for about 2 minutes, and then it's right into the workout after that 2-minute break. You don't want the first time that your heart rate spikes to be at the 3-minute mark or the 2.5-minute mark in this workout. Last one, finish strong, give full effort, and we'll see you next year.